A simple cook. Wisest man in my life. Just a simple cook. Left school in the third grade to help out of a family farm just because he left school doesn't mean his education stopped. Love train said I'm never allowed my school getting my education. My father taught himself how to live, taught himself how to write. Decided the midst of Jim Croism. As America was breathing at the last gasp of the Civil War, my father decided to stand be a man. Not a black man. Not a brown man, not a white man. But a man. He literally challenged himself to be the best that he could all the days of his life. A third grade dropout dad who was quoting Michelangelo, so spoiled unwanted problem if you aiming high and miss, but I'm gonna have a real issue if you aim low and hit. A control mother calling Harry Ford, saying if you think you can or think you can't, you're right. I learned that from a third grade deep drop. Simple lessons like this, son, you'd rather be an hour early than a minute late. Son, you'd rather be an hour early than a minute late. We never knew what time it was in my house. Because the clocks were always ahead. My mother said for nearly 30 years, my father left the house at 30:45 in the morning. One day she asked him why, Daddy. He said, maybe one of my boys will catch me in the act of excellence. I want to share a few things with you. Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence ought to be a habit, not an act. Not an act. To never forget that. I know you're tough. I know you're seaworthy, but always remember to be kind. Always. Don't ever forget that. Never. Embarrass mama. Yeah. If mommy ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. If daddy ain't happy, nobody cares. But you know, I'm going to tell you next lesson. Lesson from a cook up there in the galley. Son, make sure your service tower is bigger than your ego. Ego is the anesthesia that dampens the pain of stupidity. You might have a relative in mind you wanna send it to. Let me say it again. Ego is the anesthesia that dampens the pain of stupidity. Pride is the burden of a foolish person. John Wooden coached basketball at UCLA for a living. But his calling was the impact people. And with all those national championships, guess what he was found doing in the middle of the week? Going into the cupboard, grabbing a broom, and sweeping his own gym floor. You want to make an impact? Find your broom. Every day of your life, you find your broom. They grow your influence that way. That way you're attracting people so that you can impact them. Final lesson. Son, if you're gonna do a job, do it right. I've always been told how average I can be. Always been criticized about being average. But I want to tell you something. I stand here before you, before all of these people not listening to those words, but telling myself every single day to shoot for the stars, to be the best that I can be. Good enough isn't good enough if I can be better, and better isn't good enough if I can be best. Let me close with a very personal story that I think will bring all this into focus. Wisdom will come to you in a likely list of sources, a lot of times through failure. When you hit rock bottom, remember this. While you're struggling, rock bottom can also be a great foundation on which to build and on which to grow. I'm not worried that you'll be successful. I'm worried that you won't fail from time to time. Person that gets up off the canvas and keeps growing. That's the person that will continue to grow their influence. Back in the 70s, to help me make this point, let me introduce to you. Back in the 70s, to help me make this point, let me introduce you to someone. I met the finest woman I ever met in my life. Back in my day, we have called her a brick house. This woman was the finest woman I've ever seen in my life. There was just a little problem. Back then, ladies didn't like big old linemen. The blind side hadn't come out yet. They're like quarterbacks and running backs. We're at this dance. My friend, her name is Trina Williams from Longport, California. And we were dancing and we were just excited. And I decided the middle of the dance with her that I would ask her for her number. Trina was the only one in college who gave me a real telephone number. The next day we walked to Baskin Robbins ice cream parlor. My friends couldn't believe it. This has been 40 years ago, and my friends still can't believe it. We go on a second date, and a third date, and a fourth date. We drive from Chico to Vallejo so that she can be my parents. My father missed her. My daddy, my hero. He missed her, pushed me to the side and said, "Is she psycho?" But anyway, we got together for 2 years, 3 years, 2 years, 4 years. By now, Trina's a senior in college. I'm still a freshman, but I'm working some things out. I'm so glad I graduated in 4 times. Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan. So now it's time to propose. So I talked to her girlfriends, and it's California. It's in the 70s, so I has to be outside. Have to have a candle, and you have to some chocolate. Listen. I am from a hood. I had a bottle of Boone's Farm wine. That's what I had. She said yes. That was the key. I married the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my. You're ever been to a wedding, even before the wedding starts, and here is how in the world. And it was coming from my side of the family. We get married with a few children. Our lives are great. One day, Trina finds a lump in her left breast. Breast cancer. 6 years after that diagnosis, me and my 2 little boys walked up to Mommy's casket. And for 2 years, my heart didn't beat. If it wasn't for my faith in God, I would be standing here today. It wasn't for those 2 little boys. There would have been no reason for which to go on. I was completely lost. That was rock bottom. You know what sustained me? The wisdom of a 3rd grade dropout. The wisdom of a simple cook from California Maritime Academy. With the casket. I never seen my dad cry. But this time I saw my dad cry. That was his daughter. Tina was his daughter. Not his daughter-in-law. And I'm right behind my father, about to see her for the last time on this earth. And my father shared 3 words with me, changed my life right there at the casket. It'll be the last lesson he'll ever teach me. He said, son, just stand. You keep standing. You keep standing. No matter how rough the sea, you keep standing. I'm not talking about just water. You keep standing. No matter what, you don't give up. I learned the lesson from a 3rd grade dropout. And it's clear as I'm talking to you today. These were some of her last words to me. She looked me in the eyes and she said, it doesn't matter to me any longer how long I live. What matters to me most is how I live. I asked you all one question. A question that I was asked all my life by a 3rd grade dropout. How you living? How you living? Every day, ask yourself the question, how you living? Here's what a cook in the dining center would suggest you to live this way. That you will not judge. That you show up early. That you be kind. That you make sure that servant tower is huge and used. That if you're gonna do something, you do it the right way. That cook will tell you this, that it's never wrong to be the right thing. That how you do anything is how you do everything. And that way you will grow your influence to make it impact. And that way you will honor all those who have impact. And that way you will honor all those who have gone before you, who have invested in you, from teachers to grandparents to mom and dad. And when you combine that academic knowledge with that wisdom, oh my goodness, you will change the world. So that class 2017, it is with all that I say all your lives. Look in those unlikest places for wisdom. Enhance your life every day by seeking that wisdom and asking yourself every night, how am I living? May God richly bless you all. Thank you very much. 오늘 너무 열심히 했네. 12분이나 했네. 다른 거 해야지.